Okay, so Mike Kim now, after two big shots, is pin high in two in the front bunker. A good bunker shot here should give him a good chance at birdie. It gets out, hits the slope, and that's going to run down very nicely to the hole. So a wonderful play by Mike Kim here. It sets himself up for about a 2-footer for birdie here on number 15. All right, James Bird now, from about 35 feet, trying to salvage a par after kind of starting to make a mess of things here after his second shot put him in good position. He gets going up and over the ridge. Looks like the distance control is pretty good, and he gets himself down there, and he's going to have about 5 feet left to save his par. Michael Kim now has an opportunity to pick up 3 shots after hitting a terrific bunker shot for his third. He was pin high in 2. There's a birdie for Michael Kim, so very well done. On the 17th here at Hampton Hall, Jerry Homashek getting ready to hit his approach. Hole's playing about 165 yards today. Very little wind to the player's back. And he started this one right at the pin. Now it's just a question as to what the distance will be. It's a little short of the pin, but he's got it up there on the green. He's going to have a birdie putt from about 35 feet, so nice shot from Jerry. Frank Sabaris now. Looks like he's got about a 6-iron. He starts that just right of the pin. It just needs to carry that bunker in front. It looks like it's going to do it, though. And he's got himself also on the front of the green, so we're 2 for 2 here on number 17. And Jerry Homashek now looking over his birdie putt on 17. Hit it up there to the front of the green, and it's easy to be a little indecisive here on these Pete Dye greens. Sometimes you get over the ball and you don't feel as though the line you picked out might be absolutely correct, so backing away and taking another look at it isn't a bad idea, that's for sure. On its way it goes, and almost. So he'll give himself a good opportunity to par here. And now for his par, tournament leader here in the B flight, James Bird. Got a little bit of oil leaking coming in here, but a putt here, knocking this in right here, could certainly steady the ship. And oh, a really nice putt by James Bird. But okay, bogey 4, barring a disaster, he's probably going to have himself a good chance at winning the national championship. All right, here's Lieutenant Colonel Randy Dorsey. This is for his bogey now. He left one in the bunker, which is very easy to do out here. Let him in, let him in. Very nicely done. Nice save for Randy. Randy made a nice save of bogey on the last hole, knocked in about a 12-footer. Here comes Randy, and he's also hit it right down the middle. So very nicely done. 2 for 2 here in the final group. But here's the big T-ball coming up here now. James Bird, the tournament leader. He gets it a little off the bottom of the club, but that's going to run out pretty good, and maybe not drawn up the way he wanted it to be, but certainly the result is excellent. He's got a nice flat lie here in the middle of the 18th fairway, and that's going to put him in good position to seal the deal here in the B flight. And finally we have Mike Kim. A little bit of bad luck on the last hole, made double bogey. He starts it out right, it's drawing in, and that should be pretty good. Up the left side and long for Mike Kim, so he's left himself in great position. So the final group here, all 4 players have put themselves in great position for approach shots here to the beautiful 18th at Hampton Hall. Randy Dorsey now getting ready for his third here on 18. Left it in the right green side bunker, and you know, even though he's got to kind of go up and over a mound, this is doable. And that's a pretty fine play right there by Randy Dorsey. Oh, just runs it by the hole. But a nice shot, and that should have shown James Bird, the tournament leader, exactly what he needs to do. I think more than anything, James wants to get it out at very worst 2-putt and just leave here with a trophy in hand. And that's a little bit short, but that's going to run down, and he landed it short enough, so that's going to be a beauty. And that's going to run about 15 feet by also, but mission accomplished. He got it out in 1, gave himself a good opportunity for 2-putt, going to avoid the really big number here at 18. All right, Mike Kim here from just off the left side of the green. His ball landed on the green, but the momentum carried it off. Distance control is going to be the biggest challenge on this shot. I would definitely think that he wants to run it by the hole so he has an uphill putt coming back for his par. And pretty well done. Very well done by Mike Kim. So he's left himself inside of 2 feet for his par. Terrific chip. Okay, James Bird, our tournament leader, here on 18. He's given himself about out of the bunker, about 15 feet for par. And knowing where he stands right now, he's really just looking at 2-putt. 2 putts, and he's going to be a national champion. And he leaves it just short, so he's got just a touch more work to do, but, you know, erring on the cautious side is definitely not a terrible play. And now Lieutenant Colonel Randy Dorsey. He's got just inside what James Bird had for par. Both of them were in the about the same spot there in that right green side bunker and hit pretty decent shots to this point. Randy didn't leave his short, and he knocks it right in for par. So on the last 2 holes, a couple of terrific putts for Randy Dorsey. Getting up and down from that right green side bunker, not many people are going to do it better. Mike Kim now for his par. He hit a beautiful chip from just long and left here on 18. Actually almost made it. And in the hole for his par, so very nice par for Mike Kim. And now James Bird. This is to more than likely seal the deal to win the B flight here at the Golfweek Amateur Tour National Championship. And right in for James Bird, so a very good tournament for him. Congratulations to James Bird, and even though it wasn't quite the finish he wanted to have, it certainly seems as though at the end the garlands are going to go to him. So as things pan out here in the B flight, Mike Skeen from the Arkansas chapter put together the best round of the day to shoot 77 and come charging back to tie James Bird, who didn't have one of his best days, ended up shooting 86. So we have ourselves a sudden death playoff here at Hampton Hall. Skeen is the first on the tee, and it's down the left side. It needs to sit down just a little, and that should be okay. That's a big hit. He's going to have a short club in, and in regulation he birdied this hole, so he already has some good vibes working here. All right, James Bird needs to do a little bit of regrouping here. His tee ball is away, and let's see where that's going to end up. He's giving it a little bit of a lean, and it looks like that's headed off to the right side over there. So it looks like Michael Skeen from the Arkansas chapter, he definitely has the advantage after they've hit their tee ball here on 18. Getting ready for the second shots here now on 18 in the playoff. James Bird, if anything, well, he's got to make sure he gets it out of there and gets it up by the green, because Michael Skeen is in a real good position. And he hits it, and it sounds like we've hit some trees, and that might have come down in the hazard. So I think he's really put himself behind the 8 ball. So the door has swung wide open for Michael Skeen here on 18 in the playoff. So right now, all he wants to do, a shot right in the middle of the green, is definitely all he's looking for. And that's exactly what he's got. That might be going just a little bit long. Hits the back left of the green, goes down into the collection area there, but definitely not a bad spot compared to where James Bird is. So James Bird now, we're going to have to see where his ball ended up. James Bird did in fact hit the ball into the hazard with his second shot. He's taking his drop now, and he is playing 4. And he throws it up there, and that's going to be on the green. Rolling, just off the back, keeps going. Well, he's kept himself alive. He did what he needed to do. He got it up here near the green with a chance of putting it in the hole. Michael Skeen now from off the back of the green. The job at hand right now is to get it up there and give himself a makeable par putt. But if nothing else, just get it up on the green, because more than likely a 5 is going to get the job done here. And he hits what looks like it's going to be a pretty good shot. He's going to run it by, but only about 15 to 18 feet, so a 2-putt from there very well might do it. James Bird now, if there was ever a time to chip one in, this would be it. And he hits it. It's definitely going to get there, and oh, well, he gave it a run, and he needed to give it a run. He had to give himself a chance to knock it in, because 2 putts for Skeen, and that would probably close the deal. So this is what it comes down to now. Michael Skeen, about 15 feet away. 2 putts will close it out and make him the winner here in the B flight. Pretty flat putt, not a whole lot happening here. So everything here is going to be based on speed. He gets it on its way, and it's definitely not going to run its way by. And oh, he just misses it on the right side. He's left himself the better part of 3 feet though, so this is not over yet. All right, James Bird looking over his putt here. This is for his double. And this is going to be all about speed also. And this is no time to leave it short. The ball's on its way, and he doesn't like the way it came off. So he's going to be just outside Michael Skeen, so James is still going to go ahead, and it looks like he's going to concede. Michael Skeen is going to be your winner here in the B flight. But after having the low round of the day with 77, birdieing this 18th hole in regulation, Michael Skeen from the Arkansas chapter is going to be the winner of the B flight here in the Golfweek Amateur Tour National Championship. And even though he misses on the high and the low side, he's still going to be a winner. So congratulations to Michael Skeen for doing what he needed to do here in the playoff and get himself a victory. He can now call himself a national champion.